High sensitivity is not a weakness or a whim, it is a biological trait of your nervous system that processes information much more deeply than others. Ever felt like the world is just too loud for you? It is not your fault, it is biology. In 20% of people, the brain is wired to notice every detail, leading to a much faster depletion of internal energy reserves compared to others. Why do some people get tired faster than others? This constant processing has a hidden price. This is why a simple day at the office or a short social gathering can feel as exhausting as running a full mountain marathon. Do normal activities leave you feeling completely drained? Does this describe your state after a long day? Share your personal experience in the comments below. But society often expects the impossible from us. Common advice like just toughen up or stop being so sensitive only makes things worse because it ignores how your brain actually functions. Tired of being told you are overreacting? Let us look at the real story. Meet a person who loved their life and career but suddenly found themselves staring at a wall for hours, unable to move or think. Can passion lead to a total energy collapse? The signs were there all along. Our modern world was built for the 80% of people who do not feel every sound, light, or emotion so intensely as you do. Is the world simply not designed for you? It is like having a different battery. Think of your energy not as a bottomless well but as a specialized high-performance battery that requires a very specific charging ritual. What if your fatigue is actually a technical error? We can learn to manage this charge. Today we will stop just surviving the day and start navigating your natural energy cycles with precision, kindness, and deep understanding. Are you ready to finally find your rhythm? First we must identify the hidden symptoms. There is a massive difference between being tired and being overstimulated, and confusing the two is what leads straight to chronic burnout. Do you know the difference between tired and burnt? Let us check your social battery. Even a short pleasant meeting can leave a sensitive person exhausted because your brain is subconsciously scanning every facial expression and tone of voice. Why does socializing feel like hard work? The environment itself is also taking a toll. The background noise of a busy street or the hum of a refrigerator might seem invisible to others, but for you, they are constant energy thieves. Is your environment quietly stealing your vital energy? But sounds are only half the battle. Because of your high empathy, you absorb the emotions of people around you like a sponge, often carrying stress that does not even belong to you. Do you often feel overwhelmed by other people's moods? This leads us to a dangerous trap. The trap of perfectionism makes you try twice as hard to appear normal, hiding your exhaustion until the internal system finally breaks down. Are you working overtime just to look okay? Soon, the body makes the choice for you. Suddenly, your brain hits the emergency stop button, a state called a shutdown where you can no longer process words, light, or touch. Have you ever experienced a total mental shutdown? This is your nervous system's last defense. At this point, retreating into complete isolation is not a choice but a biological necessity to prevent permanent damage to your spirit. Is being alone the only way you can heal? Let us look deeper into the brain. Inside your brain, the amygdala and mirror neurons are working at maximum capacity, scanning for threats and social cues at every waking moment. Is your brain working harder than everyone else's? This creates a hidden cycle of tension. Every small stress or loud noise is like a drop of water in a glass. Throughout the week, that glass slowly fills until it overflows. How close is your glass to overflowing right now? Recovery requires more than just sleep. True decompression for a sensitive soul happens only in total silence, where the brain can finally stop processing new external information. When was the last time you felt true silence? Science confirms your unique path. Recent research shows that the environment has a much stronger impact on highly sensitive people than on the general population. Could changing your room change your entire life? This is the window of your power. Understanding your window of tolerance is the first step to staying productive without sacrificing your health or your happiness. Ready to find the zone where you thrive? But we must unlearn a few things first. Scrolling through social media is not a form of rest for your brain, it is actually a hidden stream of intense visual and emotional processing. Is your phone secretly draining the battery it should be charging? True recovery requires a different kind of space. High empathy can cause you to lose the boundary between your feelings and others, leading to a profound loss of your personal internal resource. Where do you end and other people begin? Accepting these limits is actually your new strength. Recognizing your biological boundaries is not an admission of failure but a strategic move toward a much more powerful and sustainable life. Is it time to stop fighting your own nature? Let us begin the process of physical change. Start with a sensory audit of your workspace, removing small irritants like flickering lights or background noise that act as constant energy leaks. What is the one sound in your room driving you crazy? Small changes create huge shifts in focus. Practice the micro-pause technique, 30 seconds of complete silence and darkness several times a day to reset your overactive nervous system. Can you spare 30 seconds to save your entire day? These pauses build a buffer for your brain. Create buffer zones between your tasks, 10 minutes of transition time where you do absolutely nothing except breathe and let the previous energy settle. Are you jumping from one fire into another every day? You also need an emotional shield. Visualize an emotional shield, a soft glowing field around you that allows you to see other people's emotions without letting them enter your core. How would it feel to be empathetic but not exhausted? Next, we must manage your daily budget. Manage your energy like a financial budget, deciding exactly where to spend your precious units and where to save them for your own recovery. Are you spending energy you do not actually have? Breathing is your most immediate tool. Deep rhythmic breathing is a biological signal that tells your amygdala the danger has passed and it is safe to down-regulate your system. Did you know you can talk directly to your brain? But your schedule needs boundaries too. Learning to say no to social invitations without guilt is the most powerful act of self-care a highly sensitive person can ever perform. Is a polite no the key to your freedom? Finally, let us prepare for the night. A simple checklist for unloading your nervous system at night helps prevent the accumulation of stress that leads to morning exhaustion. Could a 5-minute evening ritual save your next morning? Let us see this in real life. Consider a professional who transformed their career by simply moving their most demanding tasks to a quiet morning window when their energy was highest. Is it possible to thrive in a high-pressure job? Relationships can also flourish with this knowledge. Once they explained their need for silence as a biological necessity, their partner stopped feeling rejected and started feeling like a supportive ally. Can explaining your biology save your relationship? Even your home can become a sanctuary. Creating a quiet corner in a small apartment with soft textures and low lighting provides a vital physical anchor for your nervous system to rest. Do you have a place where the world cannot reach you? This works even if you have children. Sensitive parents often find that using noise-canceling headphones for short periods allows them to be more present and patient with their children. Can a pair of headphones make you a better parent? Your sensitivity is also your greatest creative gift. The same deep processing that causes exhaustion also allows you to see patterns, beauty, and solutions that others completely overlook in their haste. Is your exhaustion just the flip side of your genius? But many have tried to fight this. Many have tried to toughen up through forced exposure to loud environments, only to find that their nervous system became more fragile, not stronger. Why does pushing harder often lead to falling further? The data shows a different path forward. Looking at the lives of those who embraced their cycles, we see a dramatic shift from chronic illness to a state of vibrant, sustainable health. What happens when you finally stop fighting yourself? Evolution itself has a reason for you. Evolutionary biology suggests that high sensitivity was preserved in the human gene pool because it provided the tribe with early warnings of danger. Were you born to be the group's early warning system? This sensitivity is backed by physical data. Studies measuring cortisol levels confirm that sensitive individuals react more intensely to stress but also recover faster in a supportive environment. Did you know your body is actually built for recovery? Your brain is more plastic than you think. The high neuroplasticity of your brain means that by consistently choosing rest, you are literally rewiring your nervous system to become more resilient and calm. Can you actually train your brain to be less stressed? The statistics speak for themselves. Highly sensitive people make up about 20% of the population, and their unique ability to notice patterns is often the key to innovation in any group. Are you the missing piece of the puzzle in your team? Quality of sleep is your secret weapon. For an HSP, sleep is not just rest but a critical period of cognitive processing where the brain filters out the sensory debris of the entire day. Is your brain doing its laundry while you sleep? All these facts lead to one simple truth. The biological necessity of self-care is not a luxury, it is the fundamental requirement for your nervous system to function at its highest potential. What if self-care was your most important job? Let us redefine what it means to be well. Sustainable well-being for a sensitive soul is a state of flow where your activity and your recovery are in a perfect, rhythmic dance. Ready to stop fighting and start flowing with your life? Here are 5 signs you are on the right path. You are on the right path when you stop feeling guilty for needing silence and when your energy levels finally stop crashing at the end of every week. Is your guilt finally starting to fade away? This is the start of your new life. Your challenge for today is simple: find 1 hour of complete sensory silence and notice how your body and mind react to the lack of input. Can you handle 1 hour of absolute quiet? You have the power to choose your pace. Remember that you have every right to move through this loud world at your own speed, protecting your light from being dimmed by the noise. Who decided how fast you are supposed to live? This is your unique journey of navigation. The main principles of energy navigation are awareness, boundaries, and rhythmic rest. Keep these close to your heart every single day. Which of these 3 principles do you need most today? Your rhythm is your power. Subscribe to your own internal rhythm and start living a life that finally feels like it was actually made for you and your beautiful soul. Are you ready to finally live your own life? The journey starts with your next breath.